Steady Eddie here on a National Express coach to Heathrow Airport. It's Monday the 7th of November. It's fairly dismal outside, you know, the weather's typical British November, but I'm getting away from it all. In about 24 hours time I'm hoping to be in my hotel in Bangkok. It's a direct flight with Eva Airways, and I'm going to get my head down for a few hours. Heathrow Airport next.
Bus station. Please be aware that this service is only stopping at Heathrow, so that's passengers for all terminals. You can please have a chat around and ensure you have all your personal belongings with you.
Okay, welcome to Central Bus Station, Heathrow Airport, Terminals 2 and 3. Now, it's taken me about 5.5 hours since I left home to get here. About another 5.5 hours before I board my flight to Bangkok. So between leaving home and getting the flight at 9:20 this evening, total about 11 hours. Then there's an 11-hour flight. So I reckon getting through immigration at Bangkok, assuming everything goes to plan, from home to hotel in Bangkok, I reckon it's going to be 24 hours, which is actually quite short, because you know, it's usually much more than that. The reason I arrived at Heathrow Airport about 5 hours early, I could have got a later coach, but you never know what's going to happen on the roads. You just never know. You better have a bit of time to play with. I mean, there could be a massive crash on the motorway, and you know, you could be delayed 2 hours. These things happen. So right now I've got about 5 hours before I board my flight. So fair bit of luggage down here. And the good thing about Heathrow Airport, it's not the most expensive airport in the world. It's you can get a trolley. You know, there's trolleys there. The guy's pushed the trolley there. You don't have to pay for the trolley. Heathrow's a bit rickety and jaded, and you know, the infrastructure is a bit rattly, but it's actually one of the more reasonably priced airports. And for me, coming from Devon, it's very, very easy to get to. So, first leg of the journey, the coach journey, that went by okay, no problems. I'm at Heathrow, time for something to eat. Okay, so I didn't have any breakfast this morning. I just had a few cups of coffee, you know, because if I have a breakfast, it may sort of interfere with me during the coach journey. I don't mind having a pee on the coach, but I don't want anything else. So I've just had coffee early this morning. But I'm going away for 4 months, so obviously I've tried to clear out all the food from home. So, you know, I haven't had any Asda deliveries recently. I've ate all the lasagnas and all the other rubbish that I eat. So I've managed to grab a few little things, you know, little goodies rather than throw them out. So let's see what I've got, what I've got to eat. I haven't had any breakfast yet, so I'm hungry. And what a delightful location to have your breakfast. Let's see what I've got. Okay, what's in the goodie bag? Well, there's a few grapes left over in the fridge. There's a few slices of bread which I've already buttered. This looks okay. Thin sliced chicken to put on the bread. What else? Various club biscuits, orange and mint. A few nuts. Raisin mix. Got a nice flavoured water in there as well. Oh my God, what a dog's dinner. Have you ever eaten something and thought, Jesus, did I really put that away? Grapes, cheese, chicken slices, bread, chalky biscuits, all kinds of rubbish in there. Anyway, at least it'll keep me going until I have a nice dinner at the departure lounge. Now I'm feeling a lot more positive about this journey because anyone who ever remembers the journey I took early this year, 3rd of January, I mean that was a dreadful journey. It involved PCR tests, rip-off PCR tests, masks, the threat of what weight you're on the other side when you arrive there, more PCR tests and all this kind of stuff. I don't want to bang on about the pandemic because it appears to be over now, but you can't just forget about it. I mean, something as horrendous as that, you should never forget about that. As far as I know, everything is lifted now, but I think I might still need a mask in order to get on the aeroplane. But I've heard that when you're on the plane, they're quite lenient about that. But as far as I know, all the pandemic stuff is all lifted now, and this is going to be a far happier journey. This is going to be a far more pleasant journey. I can be dealing with this one. Oh, that one early this year. But I've never watched that video since, but I'm sure it's pretty depressing. Oh, the dark, chilly nights are here. Well, it's only just turned 5 o'clock. It's November the 7th, and I'm heading to sunny climates. I feel good. God bless Her Majesty. 96 years of dignified service to this country. Only 2 months ago she died. Well, God bless her. You always say something about the quality of a place, but you can't walk very far without seeing a sign that basically says, please don't punch the staff. Okay, now this is that scary moment when you wonder if your flight is going to be there. Yes, I can see it. 2120 Eva Air, Taipei, via Bangkok. Open 17:20, so I better get my skates on. I want to get there early because I want to get a aisle seat if possible. Always amazes me when I see this. Condoms in the toilet at Heathrow Airport. Are people going to be shagging at the airport or something? Okay, so I've managed to check in. I've still got about 3 hours to go before my flight. That was a little bit concerning, that, because when they start asking you questions, now basically the guy, the check-in, you'll notice that I'm coming back in 4 months' time from Bangkok, yes? And then he started asking me about visas and do I have onward flights and how long am I staying in Thailand, this, that and the other. I'm actually only staying in Thailand for the first month, and then I've got hotels booked in Cambodia, yes? Basically he was asking, for a, flight ticket to there, and I told him, look man, I'm going to be going overland, from Thailand into Cambodia. That's the plan. If I need to book a flight, I'll book a flight, but Oh, yeah, you always worry about stuff like that. If you're going to say, after standing in all that queue, it's no way, Jose. I don't like hiccups, you know what I mean? It's very, very busy here, but he was a nice guy anyway, and he even managed to get me, he struggled to get me, but he did manage to get me an aisle seat. Now, for those who've been watching my whinging live streams, you may know that I've had problems with my left shoulder. I've also had problems with my right shoulder and my right leg and all kinds of stuff. But I need an aisle seat, you know, for a bit of space. So anyway, I should be on Eva Airways flight in about three hours' time. And I haven't gone through into departures yet. But 3 hours' time, it's all looking good. I've even got an aisle seat. I'm quite happy about that. Okay, I've made it to departures. So far, so good. That little issue before about being questioned about, you know, the length of my journey and the lack of an onward flight during the 4-month period, it's kind of played on my mind a little bit because I have had a few little rumours that they are asking to see an onward flight when you arrive in Bangkok now. Well, I'm actually planning on leaving long before the 45-day tourist visa deadline. I'll be leaving after about 4 weeks. I'll be crossing over the border into Cambodia, but I haven't actually booked a flight yet. So I think what I'll do is, while I'm here at departures, I will at least download on my phone one of the hotels that I booked in Cambodia to prove that I am planning on leaving Thailand within 4 weeks anyway. But I don't know if it's going to cause a problem at the other end. You know, just let's get to Bangkok and I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Go to old Heathrow Terminal 2 departures. So nice to see it in full swing again. You know, after the dreaded pandemic. There you go. And like I say, at least I've got an aisle seat this time. That makes all the difference for me. There you go. London's Pride. A Fuller's pub. Been in there before? Okay. Time for a beer. Now Heathrow is actually one of the better value airports. I heard a rumour that the price of beer has gone up. But this lovely Fuller's London Pride here, a pint, is a very reasonable £5.85. And I'd say that that's bloody good value. Okay. Now I've got a couple of hours to go before my flight. Now, I really fancy a nice fish and chips. You know, really splash out here, like I seem to recall doing last time. But those snacks that I ate earlier, it kind of killed my appetite. So I think I'll just have a couple of beers and hopefully I'll be on my flight in a couple of hours' time. Well, they were a nice couple of pints. At £5.85 a pint, I'd say that Heathrow Airport is still very realistically priced. Anyway, it's 15 minutes away to my aeroplane, the boarding gate. Do you ever see people running along the same elevator walkway as you? And you think to yourself, maybe they're late for the flight, or maybe they're on the same flight as me and I've underestimated the time somehow. Anyway, I better get my skates on now anyway. So it's all going smoothly up to now. The flight seems to be on time. Let's get there. I really hope they're not on the same flight as me, because if they are, then it probably means I'm late. Okay, well, I'm pleased to say that things appear to be running on time. It's about half an hour away to the flight takeoff, and they just announced that boarding's going to begin very, very soon. Nothing to complain about right now. Very, very suspicious about that. Don't worry, it won't be long. I'll find something to complain about. Don't worry about that. And here is a blast from the past. Just when you thought it was all over, Eva Airways recommends that you wear a mask before boarding the plane, and I think they might be easy going. But having said that, a lot of the people in the queue here haven't got masks, so I think I'll just play it safe anyway. I'll be the good guy. Okay, here we go. Looks like everything's on schedule. There you go, I've got an aisle seat. I've got nothing to complain about right now. To be honest with you, in that big queue there, no one else was wearing a mask. I think it was only when I put mine on that the staff was sort of alerted to it and recommended other people to do the same. I do hope I'm not required to have it on throughout the flight, because it's bloody uncomfortable. Okay, I'm on a flight to Bangkok. It's been 6 months since I was last in Asia, and I'm glad that everything's run on schedule up to now. This flight looks like it's going to take off on time. It's 11 hours. I've got a nice aisle seat. Still got nothing to complain about, so I'm not going to complain, okay? Eva Airways to Bangkok. Yabba dabba doo. Okay, here we go. Lovely stuff. Okay, well it's dinner time anyway, and I'm hungry. I haven't really ate much today. I missed out on a fish and chips at the bar in Terminal 2, simply because I was snacking earlier on anyway. Now I'm hungry. I'm about 40,000 feet in the air, and I've got a sneaky feeling that I'm going to enjoy this. There you go, this is chicken and rice here. There's all kinds of other goodies, yes. Whoa, don't that look good? Oh, I like it already. So, the chicken and rice was very nice. There was nice cheese and stuff, salami. That mousse was pretty good. And guess what? We've got none other than the lovely Thai classic Singapore. Lovely stuff. Oh, so nice to taste that again. Okay, so all in all, that was a nice little meal. I had a beer, I had a coffee, I had dessert, chicken, rice, whatever. And now I think it's time to dim the lights and get a bit of kip. Okay, now that wasn't such a bad little old flight. That 11 hours passed by quite quickly, really. I slept a little bit, not as much as I would have liked. The food wasn't bad. I managed to get halfway through that Elvis movie. Well, you know, I'll probably watch the other half on the return journey in 4 months' time. Anyway, now to immigration, Bangkok airport. I've got a sneaky feeling that it's going to be quite crowded there. We'll see. Whatever happens, we'll see. Whatever will be, will be. Hopefully within a couple of hours, I'll be tucked up in my hotel in Bangkok. Can't wait. There you go. It's this way. Arrivals. Here we go. Here we go. It'll be the first time that I've actually taken a taxi from Savannah Bhumi to Bangkok Centre. Usually I go straight to Pattaya. I've got an idea with the traffic and everything, it's going to take just as long to get to Bangkok. We'll see anyway. It's just come up to 5 o'clock now. I wouldn't count on being in the hotel by 6 o'clock. I'll be happy with 7 o'clock. So that went well anyway. The immigration wasn't that bad. There was a fair few people there, but it wasn't exactly rammed. I got through there without any awkward questions, and I'm now in Thailand. I'm in Bangkok. This has been, wow, in complete contrast to the journey that I did earlier this year. That dreadful journey which involved expensive PCR tests and quarantine hotel for the night and worry and stress and all the other rubbish that goes with it. This has been a real breeze. This has. The flight, well, including the immigration, probably about 12, 13 hours, something like that. I'm at Bangkok airport. Now, my hotel, I emailed them to say, can they come and pick me up? They didn't email back, so now I've got to get a taxi from Savannah Bhumi to Bangkok Central. And anyway, so that's the next leg anyway, but I'm just glad to be here. It's all gone really, really well up to now. All of that worry early this year and everything, I don't want to keep going on about it, but I'm just pleased to say it appears to be a thing of the past. The only thing about that you still have to do is wear a mask before you board Eva Airways. But once you get on the airline, they're very, very relaxed about it. Now, this may differ between airline and airline, by the way. Some other airlines may require that you wear a mask all the time. But anyway, I'm not going to bang on about it. I just want to get into that hotel room, crash out, and whatever will be, will be. 4 months of action, excitement, and adventure lie ahead. Okay? Hopefully you can join me. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers.
Okay, sukumbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Sang some with a dash of coke. Lovely stuff. Okay, it's late at night. I'm in Bangkok. I'm very, very tired because I didn't sleep so much on that journey. I've just spent a couple of hours in a bar with some nice music, some nice ladies. I met a lovely lady there, a lovely young lady, who told me that she hasn't got a boyfriend, so she's available. And if I'm interested, then, come along tomorrow. Okay, that's a nice start. Nice start, okay. Now, in complete contrast to the journey from London to Bangkok that I made earlier this year, on this journey, I can emphatically, unequivocally declare that I got nothing to whinge about. This whole journey has just run so smoothly, without delay, without hiccups, without no problems in the world. In fact, I'm kind of disappointed. I mean, it would have been nice to have at least something to whinge about, something to get my teeth into. But there's been nothing. It's all run so smoothly, from rural England to London and Bangkok and all that, and now I'm here and I've had a few drinks. I've got to crash out. I've got absolutely nothing to whinge about. Okay. Well, I'm going to get my head down now, and I'm going to wake up tomorrow whenever I get up, and. As they say in the last line of Gone with the Wind, tomorrow is another day. I'll see you then. Cheers.